everyone. So this is Elite Dangerous. This is a game that you can play in the Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive in VR, but you don't even actually need VR to play this game. You can play it on PC or on Xbox. It came out in 2014, and they added VR support later on, but the VR is really well done. It's really immersive, and I would honestly say that this is the very best seated VR experience that I've had so far on the Rift or the Vive. So this is a Sandbox MMO space flight simulator, and let's go into space right now. I'll launch my ship out of this hangar bay. So this part's really cool. This reminds me of being a kid and going to Star Tours at Disneyland. So it pushes you out into the space station. Then I have to put myself through that little slot there. So I'm going to raise up my vertical thrusters, spin my ship around, I'll turn off my landing gear, and let's go out as fast as we can. And let's hit the boost. Shooting out into space like that. So here we are, we're in space. And there's the sun, some planets. There's the space station we just left. It kind of looks like a Borg cube. And yeah, so I'm in VR. I can look all around my spaceship while I'm independently flying it. So I can be looking behind me while I'm moving the ship around. And I can actually get up if I want. And make sure my cord doesn't get tangled, move my chair away, and I can walk around in my ship. You know, come over here and look out the window, look out this window. Now I'm on the Rift, so my cord is pretty short. If I was on the Vive, I would have had a lot more room to move around. But yeah, I mean, in VR, with the sense of depth that you get, I honestly feel like I'm in a starship right now, and it's mind-blowing. And like I said, this game is a simulator, so the controls and everything are really, really well done and really complex as well. This game has a insane learning curve, and I think that actually turns a lot of people off the game. In fact, it turned me off the game when I first started playing. I couldn't even figure out how to launch my ship, and I was using an Xbox controller. And I was like, yeah, screw this is too complicated. But when I got the Rift, I decided, okay, I'm going to put in the time to learn how to play this game. I'm going to get this flight stick set up, and it was only $50, but having the flight stick set up really improves the immersion, just because, well, these are the controls that your character is actually using. And when you look down, you can see yourself using these controls, right? And that is something that's missing in a lot of seated games that use a controller, because you can't see your hands in those games. And having the hand presence really does make a huge difference. So, yeah, the controls are complicated, but once you learn them, it's really awesome because you feel like you're totally in control of this awesome starship. So, I'm going to show you guys some combat. So, I'm going to open this menu, and I'm going to select navigation beacon. Okay, and then I lock it, and whoops, I hit my Rift sensor. Okay. I'm lining myself up with this little blue dot on my radar, which is right where the nav beacon is, and then I'm going to go into hyperdrive.
Frame shift drive charging.
Friendship drive, actually frame shift drive, or FSD.
4, 3,
So there's 3 modes of travel. There's sublight speed, which I was just moving at, and then there is the regular frame shift drive, which is used for navigating around solar systems, and this drive lets you go well past the speed of light. I'm actually in a planet's gravitational field right now, so I'm going pretty slow, but once I get out of that, you'll see how fast I can go. And then there's the third mode, which is the mode for jumping between systems, and you can't just jump as far as you want. You can open the galaxy map, which I can use this thing called voice attack to do, so open galaxy map. Open galaxy map. There we go. And so this is the galaxy map. So if I wanted to go, say, over here, I would select it and I would say plot jump. and it would plot a jump, which is actually a bunch of jumps, depending on how good your frame shift drive is on your ship and other factors, like how much cargo you're carrying, etc. I obviously don't want to go here, but that just shows you it would take me quite a while to get there, despite the fact that I can jump solar systems. So this game has a huge map. Okay, so let's zoom out all of these systems. Now let's zoom out all the way. Yeah, that's the game's map. The game is a 1-to-1 scale of the Milky Way galaxy. So you can, it's an online game, massive multiplayer, but if you go out to the far reaches of space, you're not going to find any players. And also, good luck doing that, because you're going to probably run out of fuel before you can get that far. But yeah, this is a massive game. It's a sandbox, so there's a bunch of stuff you can do. Let's just get back on target here, though. There's a bunch of stuff you can do in this game. So you can be a fighter, in which case you would do stuff like bounty hunting, or fighting in like combat zones for a faction, or a variety of other things. You can be a criminal, where you smuggle goods and you go loot illegal goods and sell them on the black market. Or you can be a trader who hauls goods around from one space station to another and sells them for a better price. Or you can transport goods in a massive like freighter. Or you could be an explorer, and you can go out and explore the galaxy, find undiscovered locations, scan them, and then bring that information back to space stations and sell it for credits. So there's so much stuff you can do, and honestly, I'm pretty new to this game, so I haven't even scratched the surface of what you can do. But yeah, so here I'm approaching this navigation beacon, and as you're approaching a target when you're at like super warp speed, you really have to manage your speed, because I'm actually moving at light speed right now, and I'm trying to land at a tiny little navigation beacon. Obviously, I'm going to massively overshoot it if I stay at light speed, so I'm slowly reducing my speed by using this blue bar that's on my speed meter, and also using the timer on this. I'm trying to keep it under 10 seconds, but over 7 seconds. And I'll slowly reduce my speed until I reach the navigation beacon, and then I will drop out of hyperdrive, and I will start looking for pirates to kill. So this thing is 0.15 light seconds away. Now it is MM. I'm not even really sure what that means, like acrometers or something. I'm just an American who doesn't know the metric system. Okay. And so I'm slowly getting closer and closer. Now I'm moving at like 150 kilometers per second. And okay. Well, I think I overshot it, but that's okay. Let's see how far away I am from this thing. Where is it? I'm 27 kilometers away, so I pretty massively overshot it. Now I can go there at sublight speed. You can see it's going to take me over a minute to reach it, but that's okay, because there's a lot of stuff to talk about in this game. So I'm going to the nav beacon because this is where NPC ships kind of like to hang out, I guess. And what I'm going to do when I get there is I'm going to scan all the ships I see and see if they have outstanding warrants. And if they do, I'm going to kill them to collect bounties. So when you kill a ship that has a warrant on it, you can get a bounty and you take it to your local space station and they pay you a bunch of credits. It's a good way to make money as a new player. The other way, there's plenty of other ways to make money. You can go do missions like escort or courier missions that say, take this from my starport to this starport over here and I'll give you 5,000 credits. Or you can do legal stuff, or you can go salvage various things, fight in combat zones. There's a lot of different things you can do. Okay. So as I get closer to this navigation beacon, I should start seeing some ships. In fact, I can see a ship over there.
Flight assist off.
Whoops.
Flight assist.
I don't really know what flight assist does, so I'm just going to keep it on for now. So the ship hasn't shown up in my contact. It hasn't reached sensor range yet. I want to show you another cool mechanic here. So this little meter has your shields and your energy and your weapons, and you can divert power to any of these systems. So it's like Star Trek, where they're like, divert all power to the engines or to the shields. That's a huge ship. I don't know if I don't know if I want to mess with that one. Let's see. Okay, so this is how you scan ships. You target the ship on your little contacts reticle, but then you have to actually find it, point your ship at it, and scan it. Oh, that one got out of range, it looks like. Here's another one. It's really cool being in VR because you can look all around and still target your ship. So this guy's clean. Let's check this Asp Scout. There's a ton of different types of ships you can have in this game. And they kind of correspond with your role. So I'm flying like a nimble fighter ship. It's called the Imperial Eagle. Because I like the combat and the bounty hunting and all that, but if you want, you can get like a ship that doesn't even have weapons on it, a ship that just has like a massive cargo hold, or a ship that's built for long distance traveling, or a ship that's really nimble, that's built to like evade authorities or to run away from fights. Yeah, there's a pretty crazy amount of stuff you can do in this game, basically what I'm saying. Okay, so these ships keep getting out of my range because I'm kind of distracted, but you can see I have this radar here, and actually since these ships, you see they're like turning green, that means they're fighting, which means there's probably a pirate around here somewhere that I can join in the battle against. So let's just do some scanning, and this guy is wanted. He is an expert though, and he has 3 other ships in wing with him, so I should be pretty careful. Should just stick with this guy probably. 'Cause he looks like he's trying to fight some pirates himself. Oh god. Okay. And this guy is... I assume, yep, he's wanted. Okay, I'm gonna start fighting him.
Target shields offline.
Where is he? Okay, I need to go to the blue area of my thruster, because this gives me maximum maneuverability. I don't want to just have the thruster sitting at max speed constantly. Okay, here we go. Here's the guy. Now I need to go max speed. He's super far. No, he got blown up. Okay. Let's see. I see. This must be the pirate right here. I'm just gonna start shooting on him right off the bat. Or no, I'll wait. Okay. Oh god, I'm gonna crash into him. No. Okay, I'm good. Alright. Where is he? Okay, there he is. So I'm at really good range right now. Oh, no. He's getting out of range. I'm gonna boost after him. There we go. Once you're in like 800 to 700 range, then you're good. I'm not that great at the game right now, so excuse my noob flying. My weapons are overheating. Oh yeah, we got him. So 39,000 credit bounty on that. That's nice. The thing is, okay, I can stay out here and I can keep bounty hunting, or I can go turn in the bounty at the local spaceport. If I stay out here, I can potentially get more bounties, but then also I can potentially lose all the bounties that I've accrued if I die. So that's the trade-off. We're going a little too hard on my cannons right now. part I love about VR, how you can track your target like by looking behind your shoulder while you're independently controlling your ship. And you can see I'm actually firing 2 different weapons, so your ship has like a loadout that you can put on it. Mine has 3 weapon slots, 21,000 credit bounty for that guy. So mine has 3 weapon slots. I put 2 multi-cannons on it, which are the bullets that you see, and then 1 pulse laser, which is the laser that you see. And the other thing I'm using is called a kill warrant scanner, and that's supposed to help me bounty hunt. I'm not really sure how it works though. Like I said, this game is really complicated, has a really high learning curve, and even though I've been playing it for a couple days, I don't even have a full grasp of even the basics of the game, to be honest. But I'm doing all right. So let's go back into the menu and we'll keep scanning, trying to find more pirates. Oh wait. So here we go. I can see on my minimap that there's a battle going on over here. There's a battle going on over here. So let's see. This guy's clean. Oh, he's not the guy I want. Okay, I'm gonna assume it is this dude. No, it's not. It's very serious. And that is why you scan before you open fire. If I had opened fire on him, I'm not really sure what would happen, but I'd probably get a bounty placed on my head. And I'd probably get killed by his wing, which is the term for group in this game. Okay. There is a pirate over here somewhere.
Frameship charge detected. Frameship charge detected.
Jump away.
Frameship charge detected.
I might not catch this one. Yep, looks like the pirate jumped away and the other dudes jumped after him. I don't really want to jump after them. You can attack people in hyperspace if you have something called a frameship drive interdictor, so that you pull them out of hyperspace and then battle them in sublight speed. And if someone like jumps away, like uses a long range jump, you can use this thing called like, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like you investigate their FSD wake and it tells you where they jump to and then you can follow them like that. I haven't used that, so if anyone here is familiar with this game, you can tell me if I'm talking out my ass. But yeah, so we scored 2 bounties worth about 50k, which is a lot considering I only have like 100k on me. So I'm gonna take them back to the space station and turn them in.
Cannot comply.
Oh, it's not gonna let me super cruise because my weapons are deployed.
Frameship drive charging.
Frameshift drive is charging super slow. Oh, there was a message about it was being inhibited by something. Okay, so, but just to put it into perspective, the difference between your frameshift drive and your regular speed, you can see this is 8.46 light seconds away, and if I was going at maximum speed in sublight, it would take me over 100 days to get there.
1. Engage.
And now that timer is just going to start shooting down now that I'm going into hyperspeed. Already it's only 1 minute. I'm only 0.25% speed of light. That's what C stands for, speed of light. And the longer you stay in this, oh shit, I need to slow down. But the longer you stay in this, the faster you get. And I've gotten up to 300 times the speed of light, so you can go really fast. Okay. Oh, that means it's actually behind this planet, I think. So you see these planets, But that's not what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for a space station, and it's so small compared to the planets and so far away that I can't actually see it yet. But I can see a little targeting reticle. So the blue rings around the planets means that you can land on them, and you can fly around in low orbit on the planet, and the planets are to scale with actual planets, or you can drive around on them with some sort of planetary vehicle. I haven't actually gone on the planets yet. It requires that you buy some DLC, which I am going to buy because I think this game is awesome and it's probably worth it. But it's just not something I've gotten around to yet. Oh god, okay. So, I think no, I did. Okay. So to land at a space station, first you have to get within 7.5 kilometers, and then you have to actually contact the space station and request docking.
Docking request.
So then they'll give you docking permission, and they'll assign you to a landing pad, so you can see that little orange outlined thing. That's my landing pad 1. So coming in, I'm going to slow down. Landing is actually one of the hardest parts for me. I really suck at landing. Okay. I'm just going to deploy my landing gear right now. Just let's slow down. Okay. So I'm going to even my ship out. Don't want to be reverse thrusting right now. I'm going to use my directional thrusters to get me on the pad. And then you can use this little mini-map thing to guide you when you're pretty close. There we go.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay. Now to Starport, you can do a variety of things. Right now, what I'm going to do is turn in my bounties. So I can redeem all bounties for, wow, 72,000 credits. I thought it was only 50,000. Awesome. And then, let's see what else you can do. You can go to the bulletin board. The bulletin board is like the mission board in an MMO. It has all these various quests you can take, or missions as they're called in this. So let's look at this one. Classified data transportation. So they need me to transport classified data to Carson Hub as quickly as possible. However, it is imperative that you're not scanned during the transport process. So when you're going into a space station, a lot of the times they'll have their own little police force that flies around, and they scan people who are coming in. So you can avoid the scan by just avoiding the ships, or you can go into like silent running mode, which I believe takes you off their radar. Or if they start scanning you, you can still avoid it by breaking line of sight with them. So yeah, this is just this is the type of quest you do as like a new player, because it's fairly simple. All you have to do is fly from one area to another, and it pays a decent amount if you're starting out. And this one is Call to Experienced Miners. So it's basically asking you to go out, mine some certain material, bring it back. That one has a pretty hefty payout compared to the other one. And there's a bunch of quests that I don't qualify for because I'm not high enough rank. Let's look at my rank. So, my combat rank, harmless, aka level 1. Trade rank, mostly penniless, aka level 1. Okay, I haven't ranked up in any sort of way. And then you can be an explorer, which I assume you rank up by exploring unexplored areas and selling the data, or you can do QCQ, which stands for Close Quarters Combat, and that's from the Elite Dangerous Arena mode, which is like an instanced battle between players. I guess you can do like group deathmatch. I don't know what the other modes are. I haven't tried it yet, honestly. And yeah, so in this menu there is a ton of information. You can see your modules, the power that you're sending to them, what their health is. You can set up fire groups if you have a bunch of weapons on your ship, your inventory, and you can also, if you don't want to hotkey like a billion things, you can do a lot of stuff from here, like turn on flight assist or your lights. Or I can use this thing called Voice Attack. I used it earlier to open the Galaxy map, but it's just a program that lets you assign voice commands to just hotkeys on your keyboard. And it's really useful for this because I'm using this flight stick setup, and it only has so many buttons, and there's a ton of buttons in this game. So I'm trying to move a lot of the complex key bindings, which require like 2 buttons on this, to voice commands. So I can say toggle lights, toggle lights, open galaxy map, open system map. It's pretty useful, and also it kind of increases your immersion because, I mean, it makes total sense that you'd be using voice commands in a starship. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Anyways, that's Elite Dangerous. I mean, what I've showed you and what I've talked about is just a tiny part of Elite Dangerous. So I highly recommend checking out this game if you're into VR and if you're willing to put in the time to learn the game, because it does have a steep learning curve. It takes a long time to figure out just what the hell you're doing and like just the controls and everything. But like I said, I think this is the best seated experience in VR for sure that I've tried. It might be just like the best VR game overall, because this is the only game in VR that has like an incredible amount of depth and progression and stuff. I mean, it's an MMO. It's been in development for a few years. I mean, it's been released for a few years, been in development for many more years. So it's not like a lot of these other VR games where they're fun, they have cool concepts, cool execution, but they're also very simple and repetitive, or they're just like super short. This game can give you a ton of playability, and that's a pretty rare thing for a VR game. So I definitely recommend checking it out. Thanks a lot, have a great day, and throw me a sub if you like this video. Bye.